program, Girls Empowerment Talk, has been made possible by the funding we received from Community Fund, Home Office, and BBC Children in Need. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Girls Empowerment Talk. Now, this is where we share some enlightenment tips and information on the activities of Girls Empowerment Initiative UK, CIC. And of course, we like to bring guests every now and then. Thank God we've got another software to stream live and speak to our guests live on the show. Tonight, I have a wonderful lady in the house. She will be joining us via Skype, and we are talking about her placement. She is now a qualified social worker in the United Kingdom, so we'll be talking about her experiences during her placement with Girls Empowerment Initiative UK, CIC. This lady has supported over 20 families during the COVID-19 lockdown here in the United Kingdom. And now that the Prime Minister announced that we will be on lockdown again, we know so many families will be in distress. It's not a pleasant situation for all of us, but families do feel it a bit differently. So she has been assessing and looking into support for girls, children, and family in the community in Essex, that is in the United Kingdom, through the works of Girls Empowerment Initiative UK, CIC. So tonight, very soon, she will be joining us. I think at about 8:15, she will be joining us via Skype. I'm praying seriously that the internet will work fine. Okay, so a number of people sent some information and questions. They wanted to know what kind of support they can get from Girls Empowerment Initiative UK. Every week I like to explain new developments. Okay, this is not so new, but just to let you know that during the lockdown, the first stage of lockdown, we got funding from the National Lottery Community Fund to support people in the community, girls and women especially, in Essex, in the Black minority ethnic group. Okay, so a number of people got some support to get food, to get even mobile phone top up, and so on and so forth. Okay, so we also introduced the African food hamper pack. Okay, I don't want you to mix that up with the African food distribution that I was doing. This is different completely. This is free. So what it is, it contains some African food stuff. The normal ones you buy from the shops, because we know that a number of support groups were giving out food. They were giving out the perishable, non-perishable food items from stores, but we realized that some Africans are really missing their natural African food. So Girls Empowerment Initiative UK, CIC, decided to put together some hamper packs containing African food, and we were giving this out to families in Essex. If you're based in Essex, or if you're watching me and you know somebody based in Essex and you know that they need this support, don't we all need this support? So I don't want you to think that, because you need support, that means you are no good. No, or somebody's going to look down on you. No, at this period, so many people are struggling. I say so many of us are struggling one way or the other. So we got funding to support people in the community who need support, who need help. So the African food hamper pack is still available. And also every Friday, we want to invite you to our social distancing lunch. Last Friday, we had some lunch at our office in Tilbury. I forgot to put that address there. At a point, maybe when the guest is on and she's speaking, I will put the address there. But our office address is number 7 Commonwealth House, Montreal Road in Tilbury. Number 7 Commonwealth House, Montreal Road in Tilbury, Essex, United Kingdom. So if you live in Tilbury or in Essex generally, or maybe you're just passing by, please branch and come and have lunch with us. So the winter is coming as well. The winter is coming, and maybe you just want to branch and have a cup of tea or coffee and some biscuits with us. Please, we will be glad to see you. And if you are going through any challenges at all, we support girls and women who are going through abuse, who are facing abuse, or who have experienced abuse and they need support. So maybe you have experienced abuse in the past, but the aftermath troubles you and you need support, you need counseling. Please don't hesitate to come over to our office, or better still, call or WhatsApp. And that hotline is available 24/7. The number that you need to call if you really want to get in touch with us via Skype or WhatsApp is 07. Remember, +44 79 515 22790. That is +44 79 515 22790. That's the same number scrolling on your screen right now if you're watching this program, if you can see me. And like I said, our guest today is going to be Mrs. Adesemoye. I love that name. Mrs. Adesemoye. She is a newly qualified social worker. She had a placement with Girls Empowerment Initiative UK, and she's also still with us supporting families. Okay, when you hear social worker, the mindset, what comes to mind straight away is, oh, they separate families, they take children away from their parents. Now, they do more than that. They actually do more than that. That's why I asked Mrs. Adesemoye to come on the show tonight. She's going to tell us about the responsibilities of a social worker to the community, the responsibilities of social services to the community, and of course her experiences when she was on placement as a student social worker with Girls Empowerment Initiative UK CIC. She's going to tell you all about it. Like I said, she has supported over 20, more than that, over 20 families in the community during COVID-19. Families were having, support of all sorts. They were having support with rehousing. They were having support with food. They were having support with money to pay for internet, money to top up. They were having such supports in the community. They were having professional support as well, like therapy. So we have some professionals with us at Girls Empowerment Initiative UK. So this program is where we intend to help you understand that support is available for you during COVID-19 lockdown and even thereafter. The support continues. So we have been in the community before COVID-19, and we are just stepping up and going on with the work. There are so many needs in the community, and especially during this COVID-19, the needs are overwhelming. So many families are, needing help. So please, if you know somebody that needs help around you, especially if they are based in Essex, please direct them to Girls Empowerment Initiative UK. Ask them to call that number or to send a WhatsApp message. That line is open 24/7. And if they have access to the internet and they want to send a message, you can send an email as well. info@ Girls Empowerment Initiative UK. Initiative.co.uk. info@ Girls Empowerment Initiative.co.uk. So please let them send a message to that, and somebody will respond to them. I'm one of the people responding to to emails as well. So the email channel is ever open. People see me online 24/7. They think I'm just there for socials and for playing. No, we are actually on the lookout for messages, information, queries, and concerns from people in the community. So you notice that you will see us on the social media 24/7. One of us will be there to pick an information or SOS. So please, if you know anybody in need of support at this point in time. So we are supporting young girls. We have the Girls Empowerment Club, Girls Empowerment Club. And we said this club is available for young girls from 0 to 20 years. But you know those active years in between? Yes, the young girls of active year age in between, we support them as well. We have loads of activities to help them during this lockdown period. We have virtual club now online, as you know, because they can't go about as such. So we have the virtual club meetings where they have various activities. The other day they were talking about the internet, and I think last week Saturday they were actually talking about how to be empowered as a young girl. So a lot is going on. We're trying to build leaders of tomorrow. We're trying to build great leaders. Oh, beg your pardon. I am sorry. Excuse me, I've got to turn this down a bit. Okay. So sorry. So yes, so last week we're trying to build, future leaders. Like I said, we're trying to build future leaders with confidence, with self-esteem, leaders who are going to be models and who are going to be nation builders. That's who we are building at Girls Empowerment Club. If you know a young girl or you have a young daughter, please let them join this club because they have a lot to gain, especially during this period that everybody is at home. We need to occupy them positively. So please, that's the same number you need to call if you need to make inquiries on how they can join, because there's a form they need to fill. The form needs to be filled before they can join. They are going to be on Zoom with some leaders. They have some mentors. They have some supervisors who will be with them during the program while the activities are going on. But this is one important girls club that I want you to allow your girls to join, because from there, if you have a need as a family, we can also support you. We get to know about your need as a family, and so Girls Empowerment Initiative UK can also assess your family and support your family. Hey, there is funding available, so I don't want you to shy away. I don't want you to think like somebody is doing you a favor. You know what I mean? And maybe you didn't need to. You didn't need to bring yourself down and lose your self-esteem just because you're going through a difficult period. No, funding is available. We have been supported. We have generous donations and support and funding from Community Fund. That's the National Lottery's Community Fund. We are funded by the Home Office. Yes, the British Home Office, to support people in the community. We have also been funded by the BBC Children in Need. So we don't want you to think we are doing you a favor. No, please, it's not like that. It's a support that's been put in place by the government of the United Kingdom, and we want people to please come forward and enjoy this benefit, enjoy this support. We don't want you shying away and suffering. Please, we don't want that, because that can lead to depression. If you know you're going through a difficult period, you need support. Maybe you're facing abuse, domestic violence or sexual abuse. Even as a child, you're facing child abuse. Please call that number, because you will need support. I can say if you need support, I know you will need support, because I know a number of ladies that really want to go out of that situation, but they don't know how to go about it. Please call that number. So I'm just going to put a cross across now. If you are just joining us, this is Girls Empowerment Talk, and it's a program where we enlighten people and share activities and announcements, information about the support structure that's available for people, especially during this COVID season. Okay, I'm just trying now. I'm going to put a call across to my guest because I said she can come in at a quarter past 8. So bear with me while I put this through. Hello, sis.
Hello, I think I'm okay. Let me just change it to video because.
Okay. So I'm going to take off my video while you are on.
Oh, okay.
Okay, let me see if I'm a good student. I've been taught how to do this. This is the new one that we've just started to use today. Okay. Just bear with me.
Okay.
Yeah. Skype. Um, right. Hopefully, I'm able to bring you in. Oh my goodness. Okay, bear with me. I'm not able to bring you in yet, but just bear with me.
Okay. That's
I need
fine.
to I need to bring into the software that I can see. My boss that will have done the work for us is asleep.
Oh.
Right, I got it. Expert. Mm, right. So bear with me, everybody. This is a new software. So we just got this today, and I'm struggling a bit with bringing the guest in so that you can see her. Otherwise, you can only hear her. What's the point? Just talk over. Oh, uh, I'm not able to bring you in.
That's fine. If they can hear me, that's
Yeah, they
okay.
can hear you.
Yeah, probably the next time.
Right. I am going to do. Let me do a guest scene. Bring you into the guest scene. It's better if they can see your beautiful face as well. Otherwise, what's the point?
Okay. Keep trying. It's fine.
uh, there's the one we use normally, but that one crashed.
Yeah, use that
It
time.
keeps crashing because I think they have more than enough people on that,
Okay.
and then it keeps crashing every time. Okay, normally it should bring you in here, but no. Okay, if I can do it. Right, no. All right, then I'm not able to achieve it
Okay.
because it's only the Skype logo I'm seeing at the moment. I'm not able to see your face, whatever
Okay.
that is. Well, welcome to Girls Empowerment Talk, and it's nice to have you. Mrs. Adesemoye is a newly qualified social worker based in the United Kingdom. It's a pity you're not able to see her face. I'm struggling with bringing her in. I would have loved to have her in because you need to see her expression when she's speaking. It's not just the voice. Share application window. No. No, I'm not able to do that.
Okay.
Oh,
Is it possible that because when you first called me, I did pick up with the video. I did the I just picked up like a normal call. So maybe I should hang up and when you call, I'll pick up with the video. Let's see if it works. No?
Okay, as it may be used by another application. Okay, they are talking about my camera now. Okay, hold on. I'm trying to do something. Me, I'm very stubborn with these things as well. I
Okay.
don't like going. I don't like giving up. Right, there we are. Otherwise, I will have to call the little man to come and help us.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, you are okay. I can see you. Your video
But
is good.
I can't see you. So maybe your video.
No. I can't use my video with Skype while I'm using it for the software.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
but we can see you somehow.
Okay.
Although it's not as big as I would have loved it to be. But yeah, I think we can see your face somehow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try. Even if it's that little bit, we can see.
That's fine.
That'll be fine. Yeah. Okay, I can bring you back. If you can only see me if you're watching this program from another device.
Okay.
Well, otherwise, so you are welcome. I just want to see what it looks like on my phone. Please bear with me, everybody. It's the technology that is a bit smarter than I am today, but we will get there somehow. Um, please bear with me quickly. I want to see what the people are receiving at home.
Okay.
And like I said, this is Girls Empowerment Talk. Let me see if we can see you. No, we can't see you. Oh no, we can't see you. You're not showing. All right, it's okay. We'll just continue, and maybe while you're talking, um, I'll I'll try and get the little man to come and do the magic again. So
Okay.
you're welcome to Girls Empowerment Talk, Mrs.
Thank you.
Adesemoye.
Thank you.
I know earlier we had a discussion and it went very well. Um, we want to talk about your experience as a newly qualified social worker, but first we're going to talk about your placement at Girls Empowerment Initiative UK. So,
Okay.
like I said earlier, because when you're having discussions, everything is very smooth, but then you realize that when you come back, it's another situation entirely. I said the first question I wanted to ask is, why did you decide to become a social worker? Because especially in our community, when you hear social worker, it's, oh, they're going to take your children from you, they're going to divide the family. It's always negative. Why did you decide to go into this industry or profession?
I think it's always been something I wanted to do. At the back of my mind, before this 4 years of learning, I've always said, I wanted to support children. And then when I had my kids, their individuality, you wouldn't believe it. They've got the same
Wow.
DNA, but they're two totally different people.
Wow.
And one thing I realized as well is that a child does not need much
Hmm.
from their parents. They only need that love
Hmm.
and to be safe, I think that's where my passion started. And learning more about the theories now gives meaning to so many things I've misunderstood growing up as well. So yeah, it's not about supporting. I just feel now having the knowledge I have, it's all about empowering others,
Right.
become better people or the better individual themselves.
Okay. So, who is a social worker actually? What are the responsibilities or duties of a
Okay.
social worker?
I think a lot of people say social workers that they call them, they steal away children. They steal it. They take away your child. But a social worker, that's not what a social worker does. A social worker acts as an advocate for the voiceless. And when I say voiceless, I don't mean somebody that cannot speak.
Yep.
We have people that they have a voice, but they're unable to talk due to their vulnerability, which could be maybe mental health or due to trauma that they dealt with or adverse childhood experiences. So a social worker would act as an advocate and build a relationship with that individual, be it a family
Okay.
or a person. So towards they work together towards a positive outcome to
Right.
make that person's life easier if I must say. Yeah, without discrimination, regardless of their sex, sexuality, their race, their religion, or their age.
Right. Okay. So then when you wanted to do your placement, you came to Girls Empowerment Initiative. I wouldn't say you came there, but that's where you found yourself.
Yes,
And
that's why.
so how did it feel for you when you were told you had to go to Girls Empowerment Initiative UK?
I cried. I cried. I have to be honest. I cried, and my heart broke. Because
Why?
everyone for 100 days find a placement. You want to be placed in a local authority, within a statutory setting, just to enhance your learning as well,
True.
so that when you go into practice, it's easier. But my husband is quite religious, and he said to me, he said in our language that, God places you where he wants you to be.
Hmm.
And I believe you were placed here for a reason. So Tayo, why don't you go there and do your best?
Wow.
You never know. So I remember the first day I walked into Girls Empowerment Initiative. Dr. Makoni was there with other students, and I walked in with another social work student like myself. And for me personally, I would say the warmth I felt going into that office that day,
Yeah.
I've never experienced that before.
Wow.
It felt like home.
Wow.
And that's exactly how we felt throughout the placement, except for the lockdown. Obviously, if it wasn't for the lockdown and the COVID-19, I would have had. I had the best experience. I would be honest, even though we had a lockdown. But the few months I spent, it felt like home for me. It felt like being around family, but you were still doing a job.
Amazing.
And I feel it's just because we had to deal with a lot of women who had experienced trauma.
Okay.
So if we were in an environment that was not conducive for us, or we didn't feel empowered, how were we meant to empower other women?
Other people.
So yes, it felt like home. Amidst a direct teaching, the experience. I could write a book.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
And Dr. Makoni herself, how do you describe the kind of support you got from her?
like I said, when it comes to talking about doctor, I could write a book. With doctor, she focused on our strengths as students, not our weakness, because we're humans. We all have weaknesses. But she didn't look at that. She would say, you know what, I can see this in you. I know you can do this. And she'll just give it to you. Go do it. She gave us opportunities that I don't think we would have experienced if I wasn't in Girls Empowerment Initiative for placement. I would sit in multi-agency meetings with advanced practitioners. I don't think I would have gotten that experience anywhere. So it was a good, it did exactly what it said on the tin. When you say paracetamol is like a pain relief. When you take a paracetamol, you get relief.
Relief from pain, yes.
Yeah. So it says Girls Empowerment Initiative, and as a woman, I felt empowered.
Wow.
Every single day, and that empowerment is still in me now. So Dr. Macaroni has done an amazing. I don't know who empowered her. Whoever did a good job, because she's empowered me as well. And when you put empowerment, your confidence grows.
Absolutely.
And with the confidence I have now, I have been studying for the last 2 years. So to reach the final stop, this is for me. This could be seen as the final stop.
Right.
The knowledge I have learned in the last 100 days, it beats the classroom learning I've learned in the past 4 years. I tell you, because what I have learned, being a social worker is not about just being a social worker. You need to build relationships with people. You need to understand the power dynamics. You need to understand that the power you hold as a social worker and use it in an anti-oppressive manner. You cannot be oppressive to people.
I agree with you. Yes.
I think the doctor should have the best in me.
Wow.
I can't say for other students. I can't say for other students, for myself, that's exactly what she did.
Amazing. Amazing. You are watching Girls Empowerment Talk. It's such a shame that I cannot bring the guest, but I hope you can hear her voice. I'm still fidgeting. I'm still kind of fidgeting with the whole thing, hoping I'll be able to bring her fine face. But this is Mrs. Adesemoye that you're hearing her voice, and she is the newly qualified social worker, and she is also with Girls Empowerment Initiative UK. She has supported over 20, I would say over 20, but more than that. That's why I said over 20. I think about 27 families during this lockdown, during the COVID-19, and she's still supporting more and more families, helping them to access the support and help available during this time. We're gonna talk about, without mentioning, because we're very concerned with the GDPR. We're not going to disclose people's names and identities anyhow, but we're going to talk about the kind of support that people are reaching out to Girls Empowerment Initiative UK for. Mrs. Adishimo, what kind of support are people reaching out to receive
Um,
from, GEI?
I think at the peak of the COVID-19, we're able to provide financial aid to
Yeah.
different women and support them, financially and provide emotional support as well.
Right.
Because during the COVID-19 pandemic, what a lot of people experience is something I don't think anyone has ever experienced it before.
No.
And it had an impact on people's mental health. And we come from a society where it's culturally not acceptable. It seems like a stigma when you talk about mental health.
Yeah.
So to have somebody at the other end of the phone available to listen to you.
Yes, you are on. We can see your face now. Sorry to cut
Oh,
you
okay.
short.
Okay. So to identify your needs and
Yes.
provide support to meet those needs.
Yeah.
So yes, we've had different women with different social issues. Child poverty is
Wow.
it's prevalent in the UK now, and with the COVID,
Mm.
it's been a great impact as well. So and I'm sure you've been reading the news or listening to the news as well. Domestic abuse has gone up
It
because of people
has. It
keeping at
has.
home,
Mm.
with their perpetrators, and a lot of children as well. Their place of safety used to be the school,
Wow.
and but they couldn't go to school, so they are home as well. So we've been able to support a lot of women with social issues, especially with the financial and the emotional support. So once we support those women, they're able to go on and support their family as well. Oh, okay. Probably, probably from you. Okay. So what was your next question? Okay. Mhm. And when you say my experience within the community, you mean in Essex? Okay. Obviously, because Girls Empowerment is a community interest company, so it is for the community. I've had the experience of working in schools with young girls who have been identified to have behavioral issues. So we've provided like a girls empowerment club for them. It's a 20-week program, which has continued even during the COVID virtually by one of my a fellow student social worker that's been on this program a few times. So yes, we've been able to provide the support for the women as well. And I would say talking therapies in the sense that, you get phone calls, well-being checks. I've had to do that today as well, and that's going to continue throughout, and to see if we can support more women and the ones that we've supported in the past to see how they're doing. Because sometimes you tend to forget that, you've supported this person and we've moved on. It doesn't mean that person's circumstances has not changed. There could be a difference in their circumstance. It could be either good or bad. So we do well-being checks on them as well. And at the moment, the drop-in sessions at Girls Empowerment office in Tilbury every Friday from 1 o'clock. It's just walking. You don't need an appointment. It's just a drop-in session. You could just come have a cup of tea and have a chat with one of my other colleagues. And, they identify that you have any needs. You can discuss with them and try and provide the support that is required.
hearing me. Some will not hear me, but I think, yes, I think you can hear me now. I'm getting your feedback. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everybody, for your feedback. Mary, thank you so much. Ohita Oladejo, thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. Yes, we have tried to look into that, the echoing. I hope it's better now. Elizabeth Lucas, thank you so much, Big Sis. We appreciate your support as well. And thank you for the feedback, because if you're not giving us that feedback, I wouldn't know how we are doing. We have Mrs. Adesemoye in the house. She told me she's a newly qualified social worker, but already she is a social worker. She is actually a firebrand social worker. You know, earlier I said to her, she is very passionate about her work. I see her as a passionate person, someone who cares about other people. Apart from the fact that she's a social worker, trust me, if she finds herself in any other profession, she is going to be as passionate as she is now. But I was going to ask her. There's a question I'm going to ask her at the end of this program. I hope I won't forget. But build up to that. Please help me, especially for people watching this program now. We want to define it. I know you've mentioned a lot of support services from GEIUK, but I want you to help me break it down. What can somebody reach out to Girls Empowerment Initiative UK, because this part is very important. What kind of trouble or challenge can one have? And you will say, oh, let me reach out to Girls Empowerment Initiative UK. That's one part of it. And the other part of it is the social services. What kind of support can we reach out to the social services to get?
Um, okay, I'm going to answer the question one at a time. Is that okay? Okay. The first support that we provide as Girls Empowerment Initiative, it could be anything. It could be the tiniest issues you might have. It could be as little as maybe a housing issue. I know it's not little, that's not small. It could be child abuse, it could be domestic violence, it could be immigration, some people with immigration issues. Obviously, this new thing about no recourse to public funds, well, due to the COVID, I think that's been removed from a few visas and things like that. So yes, we are able to, even if you're not able to offer that support, we can act as advocates for you as long as you give us your consent. Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
So what's the other question? Can I just give me a second? Sorry.
Okay. So thank you so much. Ohita Oladejo, thank you, and Mary Ebua. This is a new software, so to be honest with you, I am struggling with it as well. I am struggling with it, but I just hope it's good enough and it's clear enough. Maybe we're struggling a bit with the audio, but I'm sure next week things will be better if the internet is okay. So because everybody's on the internet now, so we're having this how do you say, we're having this challenge. You see some videos lagging, but we've tried to get the best of the best software to use for live streaming at this time. So you will see that we tried. The video is not lagging, it's just that we need to master the audio. So Mary, thank you. I can see you. Thank you so much, Mary. I appreciate your support every week. Thank you so much for coming on board. Okay, so yes, Mrs. Adeshemo, you're back.
Adesemoye.
Adesemoye. Please, I don't know where I got that name, Adesemoye. Sorry, Adesemoye. Please tell Oga to pardon me.
No, it's all
Mrs.
right.
Adesemoye. Yes. Yeah, so we're going to talk about the other side of it, which is the social services, the support we can get. You said you were going to answer it at once.
Yeah. And okay, with social services, I know when people hear social workers, they say they want to steal their children, you know. Um, but that's not what, because to be honest with you, when a child is removed from a home, they become the ward of the state. So which means the state has parental responsibility. And being a parent, you know what that entails. So with the state, it's a lot of funding, it's a lot of money that goes into it. So they would rather you stay in the home because it's a general consensus that a child is safer within the family and they're happier and they thrive more. So no matter what the issue is, even if you're just struggling as a parent, it becomes overwhelming. Parenting becomes overwhelming. Just contact the early intervention team within social services. I know from our own culture, we see asking for help as a weakness, but it's not a weakness. If you put up your hand and say, you know what, this is the problem I have, and I need support. That for me shows a lot of strength, because before you can ask for help, you need strength from within. So any issues at all, and if you feel, oh, social services are gonna be judgmental, they're gonna see you as a bad parent, that's not how it works. Some parents get referred to parenting courses, you know, because culturally there's some treatment that is acceptable. But in this country, backed by legislation, it's unacceptable. It's called child abuse. But I have had the experience. Obviously, I have the cultural competence because I have the best of both worlds. So, for us, from African, you smack a child, you say you're disciplining the child. But here, it's classified as abuse. And when you're struggling to parent a child, because they're raised in this country, their resilience is different. The way they think is different. They understand their rights. You know, Gone are the days when they say a child is seen and not heard. It doesn't apply in this country. They would, no matter how young that child is, if you do something to a child, the child will ask you why. Why have you done this? And you need to explain it to them. But I can remember, back in the days, even as old as I am now, I can't. My mom should tell me to do something. I can't say, oh, why are you doing this? No, you can't say that. But in this country, it's different. So, it's all about having that understanding that this is what legislation says and this is what is right. So as a parent, if you're struggling to manage a child's behavior, speak to someone. You could speak to the school. When you go forward, you put yourself forward and say, yeah, this is me. I am vulnerable. I need the support. They will provide that support for you. And it goes on record that you came to ask for their help. So it's better you go ask for that help before that help comes looking for you.
So what about people? This is just a quick one. What about people who have no records to public fund, as we say? Are they also entitled to ask for help from social services?
They should be, because obviously it's under, if it's a child, safeguarding is everybody's responsibility. As long as there's a child involved, you could go to social services and you never know where you go from there. You never know what that help they're going to provide. There's a lot of women in abusive marriages now, and they're staying because of the children. What about the impact he's having on those children? A child has every right to stay alive and to be safe, to be able to make positive contribution to the society when they're older. But once they've had adverse childhood experiences, they're not able to evolve. They're not able to grow as they should. So if you feel you're reliant on maybe your partner and you're struggling in the marriage, speak to someone. As long as there's a child in that household,
Yeah.
you will get the help.
Okay.
Okay. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. I think the most important for me is my voice was listened to. I was heard and I was seen. I wasn't invincible, and if I had a client and I've assessed the client, I always seek for supervision when I was not sure. Even when I was sure and I felt, this is what I need to do. But I would always go back to doctor and say, not because doctor wanted me to come back to her, but because she's more experienced than me. And I feel like this is somebody's life in my hands. If I make a wrong decision, it would have an impact on the whole family. And I always like a positive outcome. It doesn't mean I'll always get it. And it doesn't mean any decision I make would always be right. Neither does it mean that doctor's decisions will be right. But with doctor, you get to see if we did it this way, we brainstorm. She brings it to the table. Yes. So we get other students' perspectives as well, to make decisions. So decisions were made, even with the clients we had, decisions were made with the clients. So with girls empowerment, your voice will be listened to, your reasons will be listened to, because a lot of women are vulnerable and they feel like they're never heard. You're shouting, you're screaming, and nobody's listening. But with girls empowerment, that's not how it is. Because if you're saying you're empowering people and you focusing on their strengths, how are you empowering them? You're being oppressive to them as well by not listening to them. So girls empowerment, listen to me. I had a voice. And I would sit in meetings that, I never thought I would be part of. Coming from, an ethnic minority background, I believe that we're always at the back of most things. When decisions are made, we're not being a woman, being black. So I believe that a few disadvantages. I wouldn't call it disadvantages, but that's how it is. It's the honest truth. It's not easy in the country we live in. So being part of Girls Empowerment Initiative, empowering young black women as well. So if I'm gonna empower young black women and I don't feel empowered myself, how do I do it? How do I even have the understanding of the empowerment I want to provide? You have to have the knowledge of the empowerment. You have to have the experience of the empowerment. You have to have felt empowered yourself to be able to tell somebody else that you need empowering. Do I feel empowered? Of course I do, every single day. So yeah.
So,
Oh, okay.
okay, I thank you so much, Diana. Benskin is getting in touch with us all the way from America. She says she would
Okay.
like to tell her story as a guest. Oh, yes, please, you're welcome. I'll try and get in touch with you after this program. Temitope says you are inaudible again. Yes, because I had to put the mic down while Madam is speaking so that we can reduce the echo. So sometimes I forget to put it back up. It's the first day we're using this software. I need to confess. This is something we've got not quite 4 hours now, because I'm also checking the time now. And that is the more reason why we're not able to pick your comments. Normally we'll put your comments
Yeah.
beside the program. That is why we're not able to do that today, because this is another software. That one crashed and Be Life is still trying to put it together, despite the fact that they got all our money. They're trying to put that together. But yes, I hope they do that, because we really enjoyed that. This one is also very good, but the only difference is it's very complicated, because this is a professional set. It's very complicated. You have to do these things one by one. But yes, I'm glad that we're able to put Madam's face on the show, Mrs. Adesemoye's face on the show. And thank you for your contributions. We are going to get back to you, Diana. We'll get back to you and we'll talk about that. I would love to hear your experience as well. And if you have people here in the United Kingdom, especially in Essex, please, and they need support, especially this period. I'm using that word, especially because we need to be specific. But nevertheless, if they are not based in Essex, they can still get in touch with us and we can signpost them. So thank you all for your feedback. Mrs. Adesemoye, thank you again. Thank you for coming on the show. Mrs. Adesemoye is a newly qualified social worker. Seriously, I'm very proud of her. When I see people from the BME community going into these professions, because you need to how do you say, you need to speak a language, you need to speak in a language that people understand. And I am not talking about language like the dialects or the tribe and tongue, but I mean a kind of people. If, for instance, if you want to reach out to young people, you need to get somebody that really understand the culture of the young people to get in touch with them. And so, yes, reaching out to the BME community, you need somebody who has experience of BME community, not just the experience of BME community, but also who has the experience of the culture here, of the legislation here, and who also understand where the people that the system wants to support, where they're coming from. So Mrs. Adesemoye, like she said, she is from both worlds. She's best of both worlds. And I think she is just perfect for this profession where she has found herself. We are talking about social services and of course about Girls Empowerment Initiative UK. She is the best guest to handle this tonight because, as you know, she has been supporting families through Girls Empowerment Initiative UK. She has been supporting family during this COVID-19 season. And of course, she has been supporting as a social worker as well, as a student social worker, if we can say. So she is the best to come on this show and tell us. And she has been saying, look, you can approach social services if you have some issues, especially issues with your children. I was having how to say, I was having a shouting bout with my little man today. And it was really frustrating because, as an African woman, the next thing is you want to, but,
Mm-hmm.
and then you shouldn't do, you can do. And it was kind of frustrating. But then that without smacking, there are better options, there are better ways to discipline a child. And after all, he came around and said, Mom, I'm really sorry. I know I shouldn't have done that. So we had a discussion, and you need somebody that understands the culture, the legislation to help you do that. Okay, so I am so sure that if I say this, Mrs. Adesemoye, you will agree with me that now that you've been on the show and people have seen you, are you really glad if people can call you? You know how people, you know how it is. If they can call you and make inquiries from you, and they can get in touch with Girls Empowerment Initiative UK as
Yeah,
well if they have challenges.
yeah, they can.
Okay. All right.
That's fine.
Okay. So yes, you can. You can. So, but most importantly, please, that number is scrolling on your screen. That is the number you need to call if you think you're going through any challenge. And we're talking about troubles, we're talking about challenges, and it's better to break it down. And that's what we've been doing. That's what we've been using this program to do, to break it down to you. So we're not just saying the theory, we're talking about practical support here. It doesn't matter what you're going through at this season, or is it challenges with feeding the kids? Is it money, to get here and there for yourself? Even for women, is a sanitary pad, sanitary towels. Let's be real here. It could be anything. Are you facing abuse and you need to remove yourself? Remove yourself, mind that word. Because we're not saying break the marriage, destroy the marriage, divorce him. No, that's not what we're saying. But we're saying if that atmosphere is becoming too tensed, you need to remove yourself for the time being. So when you need support with that kind of situation, you can get that at Girls Empowerment Initiative UK. We are going to be talking about, Sister Adesemoye, we are going to be talking about after COVID-19. We know COVID-19 is still around. After COVID-19, are the people, is this a support that is ongoing? Will the support still be in place at GEI?
Yeah, because obviously the impact of COVID-19, I don't think anyone can anticipate how far this is going to go. So yeah, the support is still there. The support has been there for a while. I just think, people are not just aware of the support that is in place for them. So yes, like I said earlier on, there's a drop-in service on every Friday, from 1 o'clock at Girls Empowerment Office in Tilbury. So yeah, just pop in and have a word with one of my colleagues, or I might be there as well. So just have a word and see how we can support.
So I've got some beautiful comments for you from some of our people watching the program. Temitope Olufemi, she said, Mrs. Adesemoye seems to have a lot of experience and understanding of her role. So thank you, Temitope Olufemi. He says it's hard to believe she's newly qualified. Well done. That's for you, Mrs. Adesemoye.
Thank you.
Yes, she says it's hard to believe that you're newly qualified because it seems you have a lot of experience. That's what happens when you pass through Doctor
Yeah,
Mushari Betty Makoni.
that,
Oh, she's
that
going to kill me for this, but we have to do it.
you
We
have
have to
to.
acknowledge.
You do. You do. You do. Give what
Yes.
is for Caesar to Caesar. That's just it. Because, without doctor, I have had, 4 years in the classroom. And I have to be honest, the opportunities, the experience, and being able to apply what I've learned in the classroom effectively to practice is really important. It's been a journey. It has been a journey for me. So yes, to finish up my journey here has been amazing.
Okay. Right, you're watching Girls Empowerment Talk, and I should let you know that this program is funded by the Community Fund, the National Lotteries Community Fund. It's funded by Home Office, talking about the British Home Office, and of course by the BBC's Children in Need. We have to acknowledge them on this program because they have made it possible for us to reach out to you on this platform. They are also supporting other programs and activities put together by Girls Empowerment Initiative UKCIC. So that's why it's possible for us to support you as well in your situation. So I don't want you to think, oh, we are doing you a favor. And so therefore, maybe you are shy and you don't want us to look down on you. No, we are actually serving you. We have been, how to say, empowered to serve you. And so please, if you find yourself in situation, please help us to share this program as well. Share this program in women's group, in girls group, in the Asian community, in the African community. Please help us to share this program wherever you can, and help us to mention the support that we've been talking about. If somebody is passing through something and going through something, even if you have no clue what you can do to support them, you have no power yourself to support them, please give them the number scrolling on your screen. Ask them to call that number or send a WhatsApp message to that number, +44 79 515 22790. Or you can visit our website, Girls Empowerment Initiative UK. Girls Empowerment Initiative.co.uk. Girls Empowerment Initiative.co.uk. Catch us on Facebook as well, or Instagram. Please just do something to reach out and get the help and support that is available for you at this time. And like Mrs. Adesemoye said, the impact of COVID-19, we don't know yet. We don't even know it yet. When we think everything is dying down, that's when we begin to feel it. It's like if somebody is nursing an ill relative, you wouldn't know that you're ill yourself until when you're through and you're done with that person. And then that's when you realize that, oh my goodness, I've not been feeling well myself. So we don't know what this impact is yet. We can't even imagine it. We can't say anything about it yet, but we're still dealing with what we have on the ground. So be rest assured that you will be supported even well beyond the lockdown. And for your information, the Prime Minister has put us back on lockdown because people were not cooperating with all the rules and regulations put in place for us. And so somehow we are back on lockdown. We were looking forward to a time where The office will be open 7 days, 6 days a week, and people can come in at any time and pop in. But no, that's not going to happen. Having said that, every Friday, every Friday, please join us for social distancing lunch, especially if you're around Essex, if you're around Tilbury. And the office address is number 7 Commonwealth House, Montreal Road, Tilbury, London, Essex. Please get in touch with us. Send a message to that number, send a WhatsApp to that number if you want to be part of the social distancing lunch so that we can take your details. We cannot have too many people at a time in the office. We can only have limited amount of people. So this is why you need to call so we can book you in. So if you have enough people, then maybe you have to wait till the next week. But if you have an issue that is burning, you don't have to wait. Please get in touch with us straight away. Any time of the day, 24/7, that hotline is available for you. Mrs. Adesemoye, I'm sorry, I talk a lot, and
It's
given
okay.
so many information that we need to roll out in between. So I try to do that while we take a break from the guest. If you're just joining us, this is one of our newly qualified social workers in the United Kingdom, Mrs. Adesemoye. Actually, her first name is Tayo. I don't know if she uses her English name, but she's Mrs. Adesemoye, and she has been supporting women in the community, especially during this period. She has been supporting so many families, so many girls in the community. If you think you need help, please get in touch. Get in touch. It's not one of those things that you just hear people say, we empower, or we supporting. It's not one of those that you just hear, but you can see what they are doing. And this is why from time to time we bring our sessional workers, we bring the social workers, we bring people from community who can actually testify to the work that Girls Empowerment Initiative UK are doing in the community. Mrs. Adesemoye, you also know about the Girls Club.
Yes.
Yes, please help me to also invite the young girls. Please help me to reach out to women in the community
Okay.
about Girls Club.
Okay. Well, normally we run the girls' clubs at schools, obviously, but during the lockdown, it's become virtual now. So at the moment,
Yeah.
we've got the virtual girls' club, and at the moment, we're able to provide laptops or telephones if your home, your household doesn't have one, so that the girls can join in the clubs on Saturdays. It's just empowerment clubs, just to empower the young girls to become role models, to become anything they want to be, and yes, it's just for them to build their self-confidence and self-esteem as well. So if you've got anyone, young girls, but we need parental consent as well. um so just get in touch with us. It's done every Saturday. It gives the moms a break as well on a Saturday morning while the girls are, engaging with, it could be myself, it could be any of the other workers at Girls Empowerment Initiative as well. So yeah, get in touch with
What
us.
time? What time is this?
I think it's from about between 10 to
12.
12.
12.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So
Okay. So
there's
yeah.
a WhatsApp group that you'll be added onto. So it's not like you don't know what your daughter is getting involved in as well. We'll let you know what's going on, and we'll carry you along as well. But I've seen what it does because we did a few sessions with the girls before the lockdown, and we even did one with the police as well, where they came to talk about recruitment criteria, and they were inviting a lot of BAMEs to join the police force, and the advantages as well. Yeah, so please get in touch. The number is there, and Girls Empower, and it's free as well. And if you haven't got a laptop, we can provide that as well.
Okay, so oh wow, I'm going to shout out loud on that. So
Mm.
please allow your daughters to join the Girls Empowerment Club. It's absolutely fantastic. Mary was saying something here. Mary Abua, she says, "Well done, Mrs. Adesemoye. Thank you for all the hard work done for BAME women. And Girls Empowerment Initiative is a great place for students to learn how to apply theory to practice." And well done, Veronica, and thank you for always making this platform welcoming and open. Thank you so much, Mary. Well done to you as well. I'm still going to bring you back. You're not out of this hook yet. I'm still going to bring you back because we have a lot to talk about. We need to break down the abuse going on, in the community. We need to break it down properly for everybody to hear. So please, 12 noon. That's when the girls meet
Yeah.
virtually every Saturday. But you
Okay.
need to register your daughter for them to be part of that. The meeting is on Zoom. I think it's on Zoom every Saturday. You need to
Okay.
register them. You can use that number that is scrolling on the screen. Please send your details or your children's details. Like Mrs. Adesemoye said, you will know what they're teaching them because you have a right to know anyway. There's a WhatsApp group where they put details of what they'll be teaching or what they'll be discussing. But the
Okay.
beautiful thing about this club is the girls are allowed to think about what they want to do, what they love to do, what they want to learn. They are free to discuss that, and then they get the support from supervisors and grown-ups like Mrs. Adesemoye herself, like Mary. Remember when Mary came on the show? She's one of the people supporting the young girls. Please, please, I would just beg you, this is free. This is very, very free. The other time I was looking for a mathematics teacher for my son, and we called around, and the money is a bit and I'm like, oh my goodness. But this is a free club.
So it is a
It's
great club.
Yeah. The fact that it's free does not mean that it's not efficient, or it's not, how do you say, it's not that it's not good.
It's not
No,
like
because
it's not.
sometimes we want to think because it's free. Oh, because it's free. No, it's free because somebody is paying the price. Like I said, we are funded. So if I say it's free to you, it's not free to everybody. It's costing some people something. So we're getting funding to do all of these things. So if we are funded to provide a service in the community, and the people in the community are not coming forward to make use of that, then you know that it's not profitable. We
Yeah.
have loads of girls in that club already who will be giving testimonies if their parents permit them. Even if you cannot show their faces, a few of them will still give testimony. They will still share with you what they have gained so far by joining this club. So please release your kids, especially during the long holiday. What are you going to do with them? You can't have enough activities for them. So let them join this club. It's virtual now, so you don't have to travel, a long distance or all the way, just in your living room. And they have so much to learn. They'll be empowered. They'll be empowered. I know we have abused that word. Everywhere you hear empowerment, 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 it's beginning to lose its meaning. But at Girls Empowerment Initiative, even myself, the few I have known Dr. Mushari for quite some years now, but I mean, this is about the first time that we are actually working together. So, the few times I have connected with her one on one has rubbed off on me as well. And I get empowered from the one to one sessions that we hold every now and then. I get empowered myself. Though I'm a professional, I think I've been in the profession for about 27 years. But from her own end, from her own industry, from her own profession, I am learning a lot. And it's helping my self esteem, my self confidence. And another information is at Girls Empowerment Initiative UK, almost everybody has passed through something. So
Yeah.
we are like survivors of something, of one thing, an abuse, an experience, a challenge. And so we know how it feels. We may not know how you feel with your very situation, but we know how it feels because we have been through certain things ourselves. So that's why you see everyone is coming on board with passion. Everyone is really, really we put all of ourselves into everything we're doing concerning Girls Empowerment Initiative UK. So please don't sit back and suffer. No, enough of suffering in this community. Enough of suffering in the Black, Asian, minority ethnic group in the United Kingdom. The government is pouring out support. And so please, let's embrace this support. Please, let's break the norm and come out and receive support when we need it. You know me, I can speak from today till tomorrow. Mrs. Adesemoye, she's still very much in the house. Remember at the beginning of the program, I told you she is a newly qualified social worker. newly qualified, but you can hear someone saying, listening to her, she doesn't sound like somebody who is newly qualified. She knows what she's doing. But you know what? She's a chip of the old block. She knows what she's doing. She's been empowered to do her job. She is qualified. She studied for it. And she's had the experience. She's had placement at GEIUK. You don't want to come to GEIUK and return the same. I know people say this about church when you go to church, or when you come, your life will never remain the same. But I can confidently say that about GEI UK. Your life will not remain the same when you come through that door. It doesn't matter what your situation is. You will not return the same way you enter that door. So please, just before you go, I know I've turned the questions all the way around, but I want to thank you
Okay.
for for accommodating everything. I
Okay.
actually don't have access to those questions, as you can see. I'm just picking questions, from because with this software, it's not allowing me to go into my own system. It's
It's
taking
fine.
over everything completely. But I want to appreciate you, for the way you've handled some of the questions and the
Thank you.
information you've given out. But finally, looking back from the time you decide to go in for this course as a social worker to the time you got to Girls Empowerment Initiative for your placement, and let's look at it up till now, this hour, would you say you have made a good decision? And have you chosen a good profession?
I think honestly, from my journey till now, and I don't know what tomorrow holds, but so far the journey has been a beautiful one. It's had its ups and downs, lows and highs, but I honestly say yes. I think this was what I was born to do. So, and just before I go, I just have one thing to say. I don't know if it's a woman that empowered Dr. Makoni, but she's empowered me as a woman. So any woman that is listening today, I would suggest you empower just one woman again and let her empower another woman. Then we empower another woman, and keep the chain going and just empower one another. Because when a woman is empowered, what she can achieve, it's imaginable. So keep empowering yourself and stay empowered as well. And thank you very much for having me. Thank you. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Mm, yeah. Mhm. Thank you. Thanks for having me. Stay safe, everyone. Okay. Okay.
Okay, they didn't hear all the things I said to you, but now they can hear me. She does not sound like a newly qualified social worker. Well done. That's another person saying that.
Thank you.
Everyone is saying that you do not sound like a newly qualified social worker.
Thank you.
Okay, well done, everybody. So now I
Thank
can
you.
release you.
All right. Take care. Have a good evening and stay safe.
And you too. Bye bye.
All right. Take care. Bye bye.
So you have been watching Girls Empowerment Initiative UK's program, and we call it Girls Empowerment Talk. The program is funded by Community Fund, Home Office, BBC Children in Need. Okay, so I am back by myself now. I am back all by myself now. Let me take this away. Let me take this away so you can see my face very well. So you are welcome back. I am just going to go home now. But before I go, let me remind you once again that there is support available for you if you're based, especially in Essex in the United Kingdom. There is support available for you and for your family, especially for women and girls. You keep asking me what kind of support can we come for, and I keep saying to you, any support at all, anything at all that is bothering you. Because at Girls Empowerment Initiative UK, CIC, we've got professionals in different fields who can support you. If you need advocacy, you just need to come and fill the form. You need support for your family, financial support. You need to access the Home Office. You need to fill a form, or you want to apply for something at the Home Office and you need support. Seriously, you can come for anything. You need to get some food on the table for the kids. You can. There's support available for that. And if you are African, we have African food hamper pack available. Or if you're not African but you love African food as well, this period we have African food hamper pack available. Every Friday, join us for social distancing lunch. Like I said earlier, you need to call. You need to call ahead because we need to book you. During this lockdown, the social distancing limits how many people can converge in a place at a time. So you need to call us ahead so that we can book you in. Please do so. The number you need to call is +44 795 1522790. It's the same number scrolling on your screen. Or better still, girlsempowermentinitiative.co.uk. That is our website. Please visit our website and drop us a message or info@girlsempowermentinitiative.co.uk. That is our email address. If you want to drop us an email, that number is a hotline. That it means somebody is available to receive your message or pick that call if you call 24/7. So don't be afraid and don't ever think it's too late. I want to say a big thank you to Mrs. Adesemoye for coming on the show this week. Next week I'm going to have, I think, a mother and a daughter, and hopefully everything will work out fine, and I will have mastered this software properly that I'm using to stream today. Let me acknowledge the wonderful people who have also joined us and the lovely comments they've dropped for our guest. Elizabeth Lucas, thank you, Big Sis. She says, well done. Mary, my darling Mary Ebua, thank you so much. We appreciate you as well. Ohita Oladejo, thank you so very much for your wonderful comments, and I will get back to you after this program. Who is there again? Diana Bamskin, thank you so much. Yes, Okita Oladejo, thank you so much for all your observations, for letting us know on time that the audio was not coming out. Thank you. I loved that feedback. Diana from USA, thank you so much. She wants to know how to get involved. Oh yes, I'm going to get in touch with you, and we'll give you more details about that. I truly appreciate that. I appreciate you. Temitope Olufemi also, thank you so much. We appreciate all your support. Imagine if we're having a show and nobody is watching or nobody is listening. That would be really frustrating. So please help us to share this program to your network. I promise you next week will be better by the grace of God. This is Veronica Olabisi Obadara. I thank God for the privilege I have to talk to you and to share the privileges and opportunities plus support available for girls and women at this time of COVID-19 lockdown. Please take care of yourself. Our funders, Community Fund, the Home Office, and the BBC Children in Need, I was saying a big thank you to them on behalf of everybody at Girls Empowerment Initiative UK. Whatever you decide to do for the rest of the day, please take care of yourself, and I will catch you next week. Goodbye.